revealing the secret powers of angels over demons. When you think of angels versus demons, what comes to mind? For most of us, it's a pretty simple image. Legions of angels clashing with demonic hordes on some cosmic battlefield. We picture two armies, equal in power, locked in an eternal struggle. But what if that popular image is completely wrong? What if the idea of a balanced fight misses the whole point? Ancient texts and theological writings paint a much different and, frankly, more fascinating picture. It's not a story about a balanced war, but about divine order. It's a story of authority, cosmic law, and specific delegated powers that are far more subtle than just brute force. In this video, we're going to explore these sources to reveal the true nature of angelic power and answer the question, how much authority do they really have over the forces of darkness? The answer might change how you see the unseen world forever. Section 1. The Foundation, Understanding the Divine Order. To get to the bottom of this, we first have to understand that not all angels are the same. Just like an army has a chain of command, the angelic realm operates within a highly organized structure. To understand their power over demons, we have to understand this structure, because in the spiritual realm, authority and rank are everything. The most detailed and influential description of this structure comes from a 5th century work called On the Celestial Hierarchy. It was written by a Christian philosopher known as Pseudo-Dionysius the Areopagite, who had a massive impact on medieval thought. Now, it's important to remember, this specific 9-level hierarchy isn't laid out this way in the Bible. It's a theological framework that became incredibly influential by organizing angels into 9 choirs, arranged in 3 spheres. The first sphere contains the angels closest to God, the seraphim, cherubim, and thrones. These beings are said to contemplate God's glory directly, acting almost like a celestial cabinet. The second sphere acts as the heavenly governors, the dominions, virtues, and powers. These are the administrators of creation. The dominions regulate lower angels. The virtues are said to oversee the laws of the physical cosmos and perform miracles, and the powers are a choir we'll come back to in a moment, as they are key to this story. The third sphere contains the angels, who are the direct messengers to humanity, the principalities, archangels, and the angels themselves. Principalities watch over nations. Archangels like Michael and Gabriel handle the most critical missions. And the final choir of angels includes our own guardian angels. Understanding this hierarchy is the key. It shows that the angelic realm isn't a uniform army, but a complex, multi-layered government. Their power isn't one size fits all. It's specific to their rank and role. With that foundation laid, we can now dig into the 3 secret powers that define their authority over demonic forces. Section 2. The Secret Powers, a 3-point revelation. Power number 1. The power of restraint. The first secret power isn't what you might expect. It's not about all-out destruction, but about containment. According to many theological traditions, a primary job of certain angels isn't to annihilate evil, but to restrain it and maintain cosmic order. Within the framework of the celestial hierarchy, this duty is often assigned to the choir known as the powers. Early church scholars described the powers as warrior angels, whose specific job is to defend the cosmos from evil spirits and prevent them from causing complete chaos. They are seen as the guardians of cosmic law, a kind of divine border patrol that repels hostile forces and contains their influence. We see echoes of this idea in the Bible. The Apostle Peter writes that God cast the angels who sinned into chains of gloomy darkness to be kept for judgment. The book of Jude says something similar, describing rebellious angels as being kept in eternal chains until the final judgment. This reveals a profound truth. The dominion of angels over demons isn't always about active combat. A huge part of it is preventative. In this theological view, the choir of powers acts as a divine barricade, holding the line so that evil cannot completely shatter God's creation. They are the cosmic police force, and their very existence limits the operational range of demonic forces. Power number 2. The power of cosmic warfare. Restraint isn't the whole story. Sometimes direct conflict is unavoidable. That brings us to our second power, cosmic warfare. This is where warrior angels, especially the Archangel Michael, come into play. One of the most vivid glimpses we get of this is in the Old Testament book of Daniel. In Daniel chapter 10, the prophet has been praying and fasting for 21 days. An angel finally appears and reveals something shocking. He was sent the moment Daniel started praying, but was physically delayed for 3 weeks. Who could possibly hold up an angel? The messenger explains, "The prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days." Many theologians interpret this prince of Persia not as a human king, but as a high-ranking demonic entity assigned to the Persian Empire, trying to obstruct God's plans. The angel was locked in a spiritual battle until the Archangel Michael, identified as the great prince and protector of Israel, came to help him break through. For many who study this text, this is not just a metaphor. It's seen as a literal report from the front lines of a spiritual war. It suggests that demonic forces exert influence over nations and actively fight against God's messengers. But it also reveals a hierarchy in the fight. Michael possessed the authority needed to turn the tide. This power of cosmic warfare also appears in the book of Revelation, which describes a war in heaven, where Michael and his angels fight and defeat the dragon and his forces. This power shows that angelic dominion isn't passive. It's an active, ongoing struggle against intelligent and organized demonic forces. But it also shows that for every demonic prince, there is a higher angelic authority ready to enforce God's will. Power number 3, the power of divine authority. This leads us to the third and most important power, the one that everything else hinges on, divine authority. The ultimate reason angels have dominion over demons has nothing to do with their personal strength. An angel's true power isn't their own, it's delegated authority from God himself. Think of it like a police officer. An officer has the authority to stop traffic and enforce laws. That authority doesn't come from their physical strength. It comes from the government they represent. A single officer can command hundreds of people, not because they can physically overpower them, but because they wield the authority of the state. In the same way, an angel is an agent of the divine government. When an angel acts, they act with the full backing of heaven. This is why a single angel in Scripture can perform incredible acts of power. In the book of 2 Kings, the Assyrian army of 185,000 men is besieging Jerusalem. The city is doomed. But that night, Scripture says, the angel of the Lord went out and struck down 185,000 in the camp of the Assyrians. One angel defeated an entire army. This wasn't because the angel was personally stronger than 185,000 soldiers. It was because the angel was carrying out a divine verdict. This is the ultimate secret. Demons, as fallen angels, still have their natural powers, but they've cut themselves off from the source of all legitimate authority. They are outlaws. Holy angels, however, are deputies of the ultimate authority in the universe. Because their authority comes from God, it is, by its very nature, fundamentally superior. The ultimate dominion. So, let's bring it all together. The clash between angels and demons is so much more than the simple brawl we often imagine. It's a complex operation founded on divine order. First, we saw the power of restraint, where specialized angels, like the powers, act as a cosmic defense force to contain evil. Second, we explored the power of cosmic warfare, where warrior angels like Michael actively engage and defeat high-ranking demonic princes. And finally, we uncovered the ultimate source of their strength, the power of divine authority, which shows that an angel's power is delegated from God, making their authority over rebellious spirits superior. The relationship between angels and demons isn't a struggle between equals. It is the enforcement of a divine decree upon a cosmic rebellion. The victory of angels isn't about winning a fair fight, but about executing the unwavering will of God. Understanding this transforms our view of the universe, from a chaotic battleground into a divinely governed, though contested kingdom, where order, not chaos, has the final say. If you enjoyed this look into the hidden dynamics of the angelic realm, please hit the like button and subscribe for more explorations of ancient mysteries. Let us know in the comments which of these angelic powers you found most fascinating.